Welcome back to the Pain Cave, everyone. Coach Jax here alongside Dr. Elena, and today we are looking at pure, unadulterated grit. Roza and Hesam are setting the baseline for a brutal Norwegian 4x4 protocol. Elena, explain what is on the line here.
Jax, they are chasing the single greatest predictor of all-cause mortality and human longevity, VO2 max. The specific routine they are running was engineered by doctors Helgerud and Hoff at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. Their research proved that high-intensity aerobic intervals are twice as effective at expanding cardiorespiratory capacity compared to traditional long, slow distance running. Right now, they are just warming up the engine.
I'm going to set my speed to 7.5 miles per hour for my intervals.
Look at the focus. Steady pacing right now, but you can feel the calm before the storm. They aren't rushing into it.
Exactly.
First check-in.
I'm gonna set my speed to 6.4 miles per hour for all my intervals.
This warm-up isn't just about loose muscles. It induces initial vasodilation, widening the blood vessels. This drops peripheral resistance, meaning that when the first crushing 4-minute block hits, the heart has a clear, open highway to pump blood without hitting an immediate structural bottleneck.
First interval, the 30 seconds.
All right, folks, the easy part of the day is officially behind them. The warm-up is over. Laces are tight, eyes are on the console.
As the speed ramps up, their heart muscle is about to experience what exercise science calls eccentric hypertrophy. That means we are forcing the left ventricle chamber to physically stretch out and hold more blood, allowing it to pump a massive volume with every single stroke.
1. First
Hammer
interval.
down! The speed climbs, the stride opens up, and interval number 1 is officially underway. Look at that acceleration from Hesam in the back.
Excellent transition mechanics. The goal in the classic Norwegian protocol isn't to sprint blindly. It is a controlled surge. They need to get their heart rates up to that crucial 90 to 95% intensity threshold within the first 90 seconds to maximize the time spent at peak cardiac stroke volume.
My heart rate is 152. Feeling okay.
Roza is checking in early in the interval.
That heavy breathing means she has officially crossed her ventilatory threshold. Her muscles are generating carbon dioxide faster than her baseline metabolism can process it, forcing her lungs into rapid tidal volume exchange to blow off the excess gas.
Pacing looks spectacular here. Hesam is holding a very smooth line, arms tucked in, driving forward.
Notice how stable their upper bodies are. That is excellent biomechanical efficiency. Any twisting wastes precious oxygen that the legs desperately need right now.
Let's hear from the man himself. Hesam is weighing in from the thick of block 1.
My heart rate is at 1:48. Almost 2 minutes into the first interval. I'm feeling still okay. Level of effort 5 out of 10.
My heart rate is 172. Feeling pressure. Level of effort is 7 out of 10.
At 173, heart is experiencing maximal venous return, meaning the blood is rushing back to the heart so fast that it completely fills the ventricle before squeezing. According to a landmark study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, this specific physical stretching of the heart tissue is the absolute key to scaling up human VO2 max.
This is the grit zone, folks. The last minute of the first interval. You can see the heavy breathing, the sweat. This is where the real work happens.
This deep distress is the exact cellular signal needed to activate a master gene switch known as PGC1 alpha. Think of it as the body's construction foreman, ordering the creation of thousands of new mitochondria, the tiny microscopic power plants inside their muscle cells, to burn oxygen more efficiently.
Hesam checks in one more time before the bell rings.
My heart rate is at 157. It's demanding. My level of effort is about 7 or 8 out of 10.
His legs are feeling deep, localized muscular fatigue.
What he is feeling in those legs is a massive accumulation of hydrogen ions, lowering his cellular pH. It creates that classic acidic burn.
Finish the first interval.
Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. They survived the first round, but the clock does not stop.
This 3-minute window is absolutely critical. They must keep walking. Do not stand still. Walking keeps the skeletal muscle pump active in their calves and thighs, pushing blood back up against gravity to keep the heart full, even as the heart rate dials down.
Still at 159.
Hesam checks in during the recovery.
But still, need time.
Let's hear how she's doing.
My heart rate is down to 160. Still catching up my breath.
She feels like these rest periods are passing way too fast.
She is actively flushing out blood lactate. It feels incredibly fast to her because her core temperature and circulating adrenaline levels are permanently elevated now. Her physiological baseline has shifted, making a casual walk feel like a light workout.
One minute to start the second interval.
Less than a minute before they go back into the fire. Elena, you can see the heart rates have stabilized on the display grid.
My heart rate is
Perfect.
down to
This time spent resting allows their bodies to replenish phosphocreatine stores and bring muscular pH back toward equilibrium, ensuring they have the localized power to tackle the next crushing block with identical velocity. They're now ready for the second round.
Starting the second interval in 10 seconds. Speeding up.
Round 2. Here we go. The treadmills spin back up and they are immediately back to work. Look at the synchronization here. Flawless focus from both athletes.
Now that their system is primed, their heart rates will actually climb much faster into the target zone during this second interval. The cardiovascular system remembers the stress from just a few minutes ago and skips the gradual ramp up.
Roza coming at us live from interval number 2.
My heart rate is 152. Feel comfortable. Level of effort 4 out of 10.
As her primary muscle fibers tire out, her central nervous system has to recruit larger, less efficient, fast-twitch motor units to maintain the exact same treadmill belt speed. It makes the entire movement feel exponentially harder.
Hesam shows us the real-time data grid on his console.
Every single minute pinned here is directly expanding his cardiac compliance, allowing his heart to pump more oxygenated blood with less effort in the future.
My heart rate is 167. I'm feeling really challenged. Level of effort, 7 out of 10.
Roza checks in again.
My heart is 180. Feeling so challenged.
Her heart rate is pinned at 182 beats per minute. She says she is fighting a massive mental wall to not hit the speed down button.
She is fighting the classic central governor model of fatigue, popularized by Dr. Tim Noakes. Her brain is sensing the massive shift in blood acidity and is trying to force her to slow down to protect her energy reserves. But her conscious mind is overriding her primitive biology. Incredible psychological grit.
Look at Hesam closing out block number 2, pushing right through the tape. No slowing down early on this watch.
My heart is 171. Really exhausted. And my level of effort is 9 out of 10.
They are maximizing every single second of high-intensity stimulus. Every extra breath spent in this zone triggers deeper physiological adaptation.
Halfway home. Take a bow, you two. That was a masterclass in execution. Breathe it out, wipe down the sweat, and reset the clock.
They are halfway through, which means cumulative systemic fatigue is peaking. Their blood vessels are completely dilated, and the body is working furiously to shuttle accumulated lactate out of the legs and into the liver and heart to be recycled back into usable energy.
Roza gives us an update from the halfway mark.
Heart rate is down to 170. I'm still tired. I need to catch up my breath for the next interval.
The cardiovascular system is working overtime to clear out the oxygen
My
debt.
heart rate is down to 152 a minute into the second rest. I'm still catching my breath. Need probably a couple more minutes to be ready for the third interval.
Hesam checking in with the status report on his recovery numbers.
Hesam is managing his fluids perfectly. At this level of exertion, a tiny 1 to 2% drop in body weight from dehydration causes a massive drop in blood plasma volume. This triggers cardiovascular drift, where the heart is forced to beat faster and faster just to maintain the same pace because the blood is literally thickening. Drinking water here keeps that completely under control.
My heart rate goes down to 142, and I feel ready for the next one.
Welcome to the championship rounds, folks. Interval number 3 is live. This is purely a mental game now. Roza is gritting her teeth, fighting the immediate resistance of the belt speed.
This third block is traditionally the absolute hardest phase of a 4x4. The initial psychological adrenaline has completely evaporated, and the finish line is still miles away. Biomechanically, they must fight the urge to slouch. Keeping an upright thoracic posture is vital to keep their lung volume entirely uncompromised.
Roza talking to us from the absolute depths of block 3.
My heart rate is 164. Already feel pressured. Level up to 4. 6 out of 10.
Her body is utilizing specialized proteins called monocarboxylate transporters, or MCTs, to shuttle lactate away from her burning legs so she can maintain this blistering pace without her muscles seizing up.
Hesam checks in.
Heart rate at 175. Barely. And put the sentence together. Level of effort. 8 out of 10.
His heart rate is at 175 beats per minute, and he is focusing single-mindedly on his breathing cadence to survive the block.
Focusing on a strict rhythmic breathing pattern at 175 is brilliant, Jax. By controlling his breathing frequency, he stabilizes his intra-abdominal pressure and optimizes his respiratory muscles, preventing hyperventilation and keeping his blood oxygen saturation as high as possible.
Roza checking in again.
My heart rate 184. Feeling so exhausted. Not sure if I can finish this interval.
One minute left in this third round, calling out 186 beats per minute. Look at that raw grit.
186. Her vascular system is under maximum shear stress, releasing nitric oxide to dilate arteries completely. Her heart is expanding to its absolute peak physical limit right now.
Look at the two of them driving home, pushing right through the final seconds of block 3.
Rate at 175. Can't talk much. Level of effort 9 out of 10.
The countdown is on. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
I was literally holding my breath.
3 down, 1 to go. They have broken the back of this workout. Walk it out. Breathe deep. You have earned this rest, but do not lose that focus. There is one more peak left to climb.
They are on the precipice of finishing a world-class aerobic session. This final rest is about clearing just enough carbon dioxide and resetting cellular energy stores for one last 4-minute maximal effort.
Hesam checks in as we prepare for the final battle.
One minute of the rest. Heart rate at 147. Very challenging. Getting ready for the last interval.
He is preparing himself perfectly. His heart rate settling to 140 gives his cardiac muscle a vital moment of reoxygenation before we ask it to hit maximum output one last time.
Roza checks in for the final recovery chat.
Heart rate is down to 152. So tired. And it's so hard for me to do the last interval.
You can smell the finish line from here.
The psychology shifts completely here, Jax. The brain realizes the end is near, which actually triggers a minor neurochemical release of dopamine, helping to mask the lingering muscular pain.
We're getting into the final interval, folks. Let's see if they can both cross the finish line. This is it! The final 4 minutes! No holding back, no saving energy for later. Empty the tank right here, right now.
Starting the interval.
This is where the magic happens. The cumulative fatigue from the first 3 intervals means that every single second spent in this final block is pushing their VO2 max limits to the absolute maximum threshold. The first 12 minutes were just the price of admission, Jax. Every single stride from here on out is where the real adaptation happens.
Roza checking in.
Heart rate is 167. I'm already cooked. Level of support, 9 out of 10.
Listen to Roza already calling out a 9 out of 10 effort. Just 1 minute into the block, and she is saying she's completely cooked.
You can hear the strain in her voice, Jax. With her baseline sitting at 33.8, hitting 167 this early means her heart is squeezing with absolutely everything it has. She is completely outrunning her body's ability to clear that metabolic waste, operating entirely on pure grit right now.
Hesam checks in from the absolute peak of the mountain.
Heart rate at 165. A little over 7 out of 10. I'm feeling challenge, but still high.
He says he is only at a 7.
That is the luxury of a 48.5 engine. At 165, his body is buffering that lactic acid beautifully. He has got tactical control and a massive cushion, while Roza is navigating the absolute storm.
Roza is redlining at minute 3.
Heart rate is 188. I am already drained. Level of effort, 10 out of 10. Super challenging to reach that.
A true 10 out of 10 effort. Did she just say 188?
188 beats per minute. Jax, that is an incredible maximum for her. Her central governor is screaming at her to pull the plug to survive, but her conscious mind is completely overriding her primitive biology. This is stunning to watch.
And there it is. Hesam finally blows the lid off down the final stretch.
Seconds to finish the last interval. My heart rate at 171. Fully exhausted.
Pushing up to 171 under deep existing exhaustion is exactly how you shock a highly fit aerobic system into expanding its ceiling even higher.
Bring it home. Hold the line. Drive the arms. 3, 2, 1, and done.
Beautifully executed. A textbook definition of what it truly means to empty the reservoir.
Let's look at these final numbers on the dashboard board. Roza clocks in at 2.7 total miles with an astonishing average heart rate of 168 beats per minute, peaking out at a massive 193 max.
And look at Hasam's data matrix. Covering 3.2 total miles of distance, maintaining a rock-solid average heart rate of 149 beats per minute, and ticking up to a max of 176 on that final brutal push.
What those numbers show is textbook training execution. For Dr. Elena, I am Coach Jax. Congratulations to Roza and Hesam, and to all of you watching, keep hunting those adaptations. We will see you on the next one. Stay tuned!